How far do you allow the gospel to steer your heart? This is Sister Maria of the Daughters of St. Paul. Let us now receive the outpouring power of the gospel.
6 days later, Jesus took with him Peter and James and his brother John, and led them up a high mountain by themselves. And he was transfigured before them, and his face shone like the sun, and his clothes became dazzling white. Suddenly there appeared to them Moses and Elijah, talking with him. Then Peter said to Jesus, "Lord, it is good for us to be here. If you wish, I will make 3 dwellings here, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." While he was still speaking, suddenly a bright cloud overshadowed them, and from the cloud a voice said, "This is my Son, the Beloved. With him I am well pleased. Listen to him." When the disciples heard this, they fell to the ground and were overcome by fear. But Jesus came and touched them, saying, "Get up and do not be afraid." And when they looked up, they saw no one except Jesus himself alone. As they were coming down the mountain, Jesus ordered them, "Tell no one about the vision until after the Son of Man has been raised from the dead."
The same gospel is deeply embedded in the 3 liturgical readings and joins them together in a very subtle way. In the first reading, the gospel is pre-announced to Abram in these words, "In you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." This pre-announced gospel is Jesus himself. He is the awaited descendant of Abraham, through whom the promised blessing will come to the nations. But this blessing will be obtained at the cost of pain and death, which Jesus' disciples cannot understand and accept. The transfiguration of Jesus gives the disciples a preview of this glorious blessing in order to prepare their hearts to face the horrors of Calvary. The gospel of the crucified and risen Christ will always challenge worldly ways of thinking and acting, and will be a cause of hardship for those who commit their lives to its proclamation. But the second reading assures us that God will supply the necessary strength to endure.
Lord Jesus, you are the gospel to whom we commit our lives, whether convenient or inconvenient. Amen.